Hello, I'm Ginka Sikwe and I'm the author of the book The Tree Mystic. Today's extract is about diets, what we eat, and it's called Beyond the Pleasure of Food. It's also about where we get our energy from. It starts off with Solly the Tree Mystic with his strange diet. They all watched as Solly stirred his dinner over the flames. It swirled like a whirlpool, smelt like fried onions, and was as dense and colourful as a Costa Rican rainforest. Apolline decided that she needed to satisfy her curiosity. What exactly is in that soup that you eat every evening, Solly? It is my woodland soup. What is it made of? I am not sure that you would believe me if I told you. Try me. It consists of tree bark, leaves, flower petals, nuts, flaxseed, sunflower oil, oats, rice, coconut milk, lentils and lime. Why do you eat that? I am committed to my cause, nature. When you are committed, you must become one with the colour green. You must do all that you can to turn your blood green and your inner organs into vegetable plots. Then eventually your composition will be green. If I stop eating meat, the world will become a better place and I will have made a contribution to ensuring that the grass is greener. Is that the only reason? It has not gone unnoticed that you are rarely ill and you seem to have an endless supply of energy. There must be something magical in it. Tell me, Apolline, have you ever met anyone with an unhealthy lifestyle who seems to have an endless supply of energy? I have met quite a few. My last boss, for example, was so large that she could hardly fit through the door. She stocked up all day on a vast supply of food that wasn't very good for her, cigarettes and alcohol. Despite this, she was always in her study when I arrived in the morning, and she was always the last one to leave in the evening. Where do you think that she acquired her energy? I'm not sure. Is it possible that she was clear about her vision, passionate about her causes, and optimistic about her outcomes? All three. She was totally committed to her cause, and no matter what setbacks she experienced, she always remained optimistic. It seemed that nothing could deter her. Then it appears that a significant proportion of our energy comes from our passion and an optimistic mind. Is that it? Is that the secret of success? Oh no, not at all. It just explains why some people can thrive for a period of time despite doing the best they can to kill themselves. A healthy diet and a fitness regime is good for you. But a trip to the gym and a plate of vegetables is no match for an optimistic mind. In the short term. What do you mean by the short term? Our bodies are quite resilient. We can survive a diet of bad food, harmful substances and a lack of exercise for quite a while. However, although a poor lifestyle will catch up with you eventually, most of the time it is not our bad habits that cause our downfall. In fact, it is our passions and our causes, despite the fact that they can power us up in the beginning. It seems that with time, the great energy giver becomes the great energy robber. In view of this, here in our home and garden, we will look for a more sustainable energy. Energy not powered by goals or visions, but powered by submission, surrender, kind thoughts, conscious food, reaching out, and yoga. Apolline still did not seem convinced. Yoga? Are you serious? Yoga is also spiritual food. Food for the mind, the body, and the soul. We need food, but we don't need to derive pleasure from food. We just need to relabel food as a source of fuel. If we look to optimise the fuel for our body, we will be in the optimum state of health to carry out our spiritual work. If we look to eat the food that satisfies the pleasure of the senses, we may not be able to get out of our seat. How can we carry out our higher purpose and our calling then? And so I say, don't think of a vegetarian as someone who eats vegetables. Think of a vegetarian as someone taking responsibility for keeping the grass green and the seas blue and their mind beautiful. That's all on that little section on food. There's more about Solly's Woodland Soup later. You can buy the book at Amazon or thetreemystic.com. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.